The door to Havana's penthouse suite was agape, and just then I wondered, is it possible? Is someone speaking to me? Because I swear I heard a voice. Or was it simply a powerful thought throbbing like a twitching vein at my temple, inviting me to make my way forward? "Come inside and join us," the beast beckoned, a monster to be sure, with coiled tail and cloven hoof. "You know this is where you belong, don't you?" And with that offer, I entered with marked trepidation, I can tell you, because what my mind did not want to absorb, my eyes did. Blood, intertwined with ripped white chunks of spongy tissue and hair, long and blonde, still shining wet, gleaming red on the floor, and rugs and furnishings. And the smell, from musty and dank, now evolved to acidic and burnt. Tremendous wafts of scorched meat, unlike anything I'd ever put a nostril to, snaking their way up into my brain. Tracks also, of the kind sneakers might leave behind, Nike or Reebok, only these were tracks imprinted on the foyer's bone-white tile in bright crimson blood, and plenty of it. Smoke, too. Billows floating in the air around me, I took note, as I trudged forward toward the living room, where through sliding pellet doors I could see there was a private terrace, beyond which a storm had begun to brew. And there were sounds as well, very loud, blaring in fact. Could it be the movie, It's a Wonderful Life, echoing from speakers of a second plasma TV in another room? Irony heaped upon irony. The sights and smells and sounds had me spinning in a vortex, so that as I drew my Remington Colt and called out, "Johnny, Johnny, are you here?" I felt as if my brain had become a giant Cray computer, barreling down some superhighway on my way to a smoking ditch of sensory overload. With no response, no sound, except the otherworldly voices of James Stewart and Donna Reed, one room removed, I turned to my right toward the kitchen, peering over the granite-topped island. I paused at the sound of faint gurgling noises equal to the babble of myriad creatures, when suddenly I felt the vice-like clutch of a hand on my calf that turned my heart to a lead ball shot up into my throat until I was near gagging on it. Instinctively my body swung around, my hand and gun it held trained downward, when my eyes fell upon a naked woman crawling on her belly in a pool of blood, face and body charred to a crisp, throat slit ear to ear. "Help me," she mouthed, sounds and not words passing from scorched lips. "Please help me." So stunned, I couldn't react with any emotion but shock. I lurched a half-step back before having the presence of mind to raise my gun toward the ceiling at the final moment before shooting, then knelt down beside her, my pant leg soaking in blood. "Amber, who did this to you? Who?" I could not finish the sentence, but simply stared, eyes wide with horror, into hers. "Help me," she repeated. Then, noticing the gun I wielded, tried to reach for it, but sensing what she was up to, I pulled away. "Shoot me, Jack. Please shoot me," were the last words Amber Starr uttered before collapsing in a heap onto the floor.